Hey everybody, Scout Crafter here again. It's Friday. I'm upstate, as you can tell. Look at them beautiful pine trees, huh? Wish I could put one of them on my lawn. Be a little rough getting home, right? Well, came up here for actually to mow the lawn for the first time, but it don't look too high, but I still got to run over it, get the lawnmower in shape, and it's always nice up here, right? Even though it's a little bit overcast, it's beautiful up here, and yeah, a couple things to talk about today. First of all, got some good news. CDC said that you don't have to wear the face diaper on your face when you're outside if you've been inoculated, which is kind of a no-brainer, right? And now things are going to change. Things are opening up. I could tell already. The traffic was a little bit heavy coming up here, but this is always a nice time up here. But in the next week or two, it blows up here. Everything, like you can see here, the trees, look behind me. You can see the trees here are, there's still no leaves on them yet, as of yet. And that'll be coming up soon. But, the pines are always green. But that's the thing. It happens so quick. All of a sudden, I'll come up here in a couple weeks and everything will be just exploding. It takes a couple days of like 80, 75 or 80 degrees. And you see how clear it is through here. You can almost see through the woods. But you won't be able to do that in a couple weeks. So, yeah, but lawn's nice and green. So I'm going to start cutting now and service the mower and see what we can do to get this, just any high spots. It's always good to give it a quick cut, and I do love them pines. Boy, I would love to have these on my front lawn. Something like that, something about that size there. That's a nice size, right? It's about 12 feet. Just like that. I love spruces, and look at those. That'd be beautiful. Those are my favorite trees on the whole property. Okay, let's get started and I'll be back. Okay, we're finished. That was a quick one because, like I said, it wasn't too deep. But let me tell you something. A buddy of mine, Stunt Car Driver, his YouTube channel, a couple of years ago, he recommended these. And I like his channel. I like his recommendations. And this is the Work Tunes Hearing Protector by 3M. It's a radio, FM radio. And it's got the earphone protection. I have to tell you something. This was the best thing I ever bought. This thing is fantastic. It doesn't use I've only changed the batteries twice in like 3 years. It's fantastic, and it really makes it pleasurable when you're mowing the lawn and stuff, and it gives you hearing protection. I don't know about in the shop. I think it might take away some concentration, but if you're in the market, if you have a riding mower or even a walk behind or something, you need some hearing protection and you want to make the day go by quick, pick up a pair of these. They're fantastic. We also had a little bit of a tragedy here at the ranch, and let me show you what happened. Oh, what a shame, huh? Look at this, a robin's nest, and you could tell it was a robin from the blue shell. And well, the good news is it's young enough in the season that they could build another one. But we had a heavy windstorm through here. You could tell from some of the branches that were bent over, and you can see here they're all bent over, so we must have had some heavy winds here. And unfortunately, and what a nice job they did on this nest. Robins are such fantastic nest builders, unlike pigeons. But yeah, it's a shame, so this one fell out of the nest, and or was plucked out of the nest. I have a bear here that's a hungry one, but I think it probably with the wind. Anyway, so hopefully this robin, because I get a bunch of them up here, hopefully he'll build a new nest and have some more babies. Robins are one of the few birds that will discard an egg if it's touched by a human being. So if ever you see a nest with blue eggs, don't touch the eggs, because if a robin senses or smells any scent on that egg other than its own, it'll kick it out of the nest. Because there are other birds that do that. They take over nests and drop eggs into the other bird's nest. So if you ever see a blue egg, just don't touch it, let it alone. I'm back here now, and I have to I'm looking at some of the trees that have to come down, like this one here. You see that one there? That's got to come down. These are all some of these heavy leaners, like that one there. See that birch? That's got to come down. You know, a lot of these trees have to, it's unhealthy when you have too many trees in an area because it starves the other ones, and you can see, but I come through here and I'll pick out the ones that, you know, the ones that have the split trunks or, you know, double trunks, take them out, unhealthy, or ones that don't look too healthy. And like that, that split one over there, look at that, that fell this winter, you see that? So that's got to go. And then what I do is I stack them up into piles like that, and, you know, until, but it's a lot of work, you know, back here, especially for one guy. It's a lot of work to try and make this a nice place. You know, they can come in here. Oh, there's a bad one. See that one back there with the bark missing from the tree? That's got to go. You have to do this. You know, take care of it now, because you don't want to be walking back here and get conked on the head by one of these trees. But it's also it's a good idea to keep the forest managed. You know. And it, like I said, it takes a lot of work, but you can get a bulldozer could come in here, one of them Caterpillar D6s could come in here and just rake all these down, you know, and make a nice big area. And that's not that expensive, not like you pay in the city. Now the funny thing is, a couple years ago I knew this was going to be a problem. I marked some of the trees with this pink tape. You can see it's been faded since then. The tape has been faded. But I knew this was going to be a problem, and sure enough, look at this. It's split here, and it fell into that other tree. So, you know, this is one. But I did tape up a lot of trees, but like I said, this one here is going to be an issue. You got to take care of these now, because if that thing falls, and same with this one here, you just got to come through here, and, you know, you hate to take down trees, but you got to thin out the herd. Okay, we're back in the shop, back in the basement, and we had a great day up there, but we got a lot of things to do today to get finished with today's show. First of all, it is the last show of the month. Boy, these months go quick. Let's take a quick look back at what we accomplished this month, even though I don't have everything here, but let's take a look real quick. Okay, this was really a good month. We got a lot done, but, you know, not everything is here, and you know, we started the month off, a lot of viewers sent in some great stuff, and you remember we did this, these floating optical illusions to start off the month, you remember? That was pretty cool. After that, we, again, with the viewer projects, we did the tubing cutter, we made the box out of it. This came out really nice. We also did the compression gauge, another one that came out really nice, snap-on compression gauge. We did the padlock that Cynthia sent in. This was a beautiful master padlock. I always love these 77s. We did that. Again, we did from Cliff the beautiful shears, these Klaus shears. These things are just sweet, aren't they? These are really nice. And then we started getting into some screwdrivers. And one of the screwdrivers my sister has, you remember that Anthony sent in. I sent that one. I don't have that one here. I also don't have the valve adjustment tool. Sent that to Bruce. That was a nice project too. Then we did the monster screwdriver. You know, this one came out really nice. What a beautiful screwdriver this is, right? I mean, or pry bar, whatever you want to use it for. We also did some road trips. We conquered the this nice Bridgeport flashlight. That was a nice little project, and this is always fun to have and to use. Recently, we did this fantastic Walworth wrench that a lot of you, and you're always thinking about when we did this, I said, you know where I've seen this before, but in a bigger size. If ever you see somebody working on those oil drilling, you know, when they drill into the ground, the oil pipes that they use, they have a big one of these that slips around. You can see they use it with a chain and stuff. Those oil riggers, man, those guys really know how to work. And then we did, a lot of people enjoyed the ornate hacksaw that we did. That was a lot of fun. So, and then we did we had a little bit of a flea market, you know, where we went and picked up some nice stuff for. So it's been a productive month. We had a really good month. Well, look, we got some really good projects set up for next month. So I'm really looking forward to what we got. You know, some of the projects I don't even have here, like, you know, when we made the that we did that threaded bolt for Dan, and we did a cleanup on the plane. So a lot of the things you see here, not everything is here, but it really was a good month. Okay, finally, we're running much longer than I thought, but we've got to get to a quick tool review because I know that. Now, I wanted to do one of these for a long time. This is a Utica 1000, okay? And you could see it here. The lettering is a little bit hard to see, but it's always usually easier for you to see. But it's a Utica 1000, and these were, I always like these pliers. The problem is, I ordered it on eBay, right? And everything looked good or whatever. And I said I could fix most of it, but then when I got it, I could see that they would chip the jaws. And these, somebody tried to cut something really hard to chip these jaws. And I was like, oh, so I contacted the guy on eBay. I said, listen, you didn't take a picture of the jaws. You just took pictures like this. I only deal with 100%, feedback. You got to do something, man, So he refunded me $10 off these. So it came out to a cheaper. But, if you're doing eBay, just let me give you a hint. If there's something wrong with this, well, he didn't know, though, at the time. He's not a tool guy. But you take a picture of anything that's wrong. That's good eBay practice. You don't take pictures where you hide the thing. You take pictures of what's wrong and let people make their mind up. So this is something that obviously it's broke, but I want to have fun with it. We're going to reprofile it, make something totally different out of it, and just have some fun with it. So let's get started. The first thing is, like a lot of these with this, I don't like these type of rivets. I like the ones that go over, but these tend to loosen up. Let's go to the dake, press it down. Here we are, everybody's favorite, the dake. Let me show you the setup real quick. Whenever you look at pliers, you'll see the rivets in here. One side is stationary. That's stationary. You can see it's even got those 4 splines that it won't rotate. So that's stationary. As you can see, when you move the pliers, nothing moves. On the other side, however, you could see here that the rivet is moving with the second half. That's the one we want to press over here, okay? Now, to press it, all we're going to do is we took a small, thick piece of steel here, and we're going to press this right over here because we want to move that out. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's in. There's the setup. Now, we're not using a ton of weight here because the rivet don't need a lot of pressure. You could do this with a hammer. I'll lower you down, and we'll see how much pressure it takes. Here we go. Now, we just put a little bit of pressure on. I'm going to put my fingers over here just so it don't shoot out. But here we are. That's about 1.5 tons. Okay, a little bit more. We're going to bring it up to 2 tons. That's exactly 2 tons. And when I say 2 tons, here's how I tell. By looking at this gauge here. See, 2 tons? And we'll see how that feels. It don't take much to tighten these up. Okay, see what I did on the tip here? I convexed it just a little bit because I wanted to push the rivet out, and that's just what it did. If you notice here, it put a little dome shape on the inside, like a little convex. You see that? Now watch, look. It not only it's super tight, you see that, but that's okay because that look, it'll loosen up. It's not even, now it's too tight, but when we put lubrication and clean it up, that'll be just beautiful. So that's just perfect. Now, I literally have dozens of flat nose, flat shaped pliers, but the problem I have is I need a stout pair of smaller tip pliers. So I want to bring these in because needle nose, they get real small, but they're also very delicate. If I twist the needle nose, it tends to do this with the tips of the pliers, and I want a stout pair of smaller pliers, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to grind, we're going to take down this. Again, they're broken. This is how you can have fun with this. Okay, we got the initial profile that we're looking for. What we wanted was a kind of a beefy needle nose type of pliers, and I'll show you when it's finished. But now we're going to refine this with the belt sander. That just gets the initial stuff off, and let's make it nice. Now, my favorite part. Remember what these pliers look like before we started. And we're calling this project done. I actually finished this project and I had to come back because it was too shiny, and I didn't like the finish, and I came back and I gave it that satin look. And here we go. Here we have it. We have a Utica 1000, Utica, New York, patent applied for this is pretty early, and you can see what we did here. You can see how we made that profile, because so many times I need a pair of heavy duty needle nose, but I don't need the real tip. This is exactly what I needed, and that's why I did it. So you can see the jaws. Look at how perfect they are, how they came out. They look really good. Now the side cut is a shot, like I said, but the front cut is still work. You can see here, you put your wire in here like this, and you can see it still works. But basically I need it for this shape here, and that's why I did it. And you can see what we did. We took the handle and everything, made it all nice and smooth, and did a nice transition to that point, right? It's a lot of fun, and regrinding plies is actually very relaxing and a favorite pastime of mine when I need a pair that I don't have in stock. So Utica, funny thing, a lot of companies, Utica, Croida, if you sent them a design that you wanted, they would grind it to your specifications, custom orders, and it was only a nominal charge. But many times you might come across a pair of pliers. I never seen it. Did somebody do it? A lot of times they did it like that from the factory. And you could see here. And then if it was very popular, they would actually make a pair for that and put it in their lineup. But here we have our Utica 1000 from, trash to treasure, because like I said, they were broken, but now at least they're repurposed, and nice little project. We had a pretty productive day and a pretty productive month, and I really enjoy taking pliers that are broken and repurposing them, because it feels like it gives them a whole new life, Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks very much. Have a great weekend. Take care now. Bye-bye.